Happy Saturday, everybody. Hayden Balgavy alongside Trey Reid, Arkansas Game and Fish, back in business. How are you, sir?
I'm back, man.
Good to see you.
How was Jim last week?
Oh, Jim. Hey, Uncle Jim. He was fired up to talk a little duck hunting, and hey, we got to keep it going because duck hunting's back.
Man, it is back, and you know what's back is a little bit more rainfall, Hayden.
I know, right?
I mean, this like liquid duck hunting gold from the heavens we've had earlier this week and last weekend. Yeah, it's welcome by hunters, you know.
For sure.
It was still kind of balmy for December, you know, earlier in the week, but hey, the water is important. One thing I want to remind duck hunters, something that's a little bit different this year. You know, we've been closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for our second split for a number of years. It's actually an extra day. So the season goes through the 23rd, which is Monday.
Yes.
That's going to close the 24th, 25th, and the 26th.
And Thursday.
And Thursday. So whereas in the past you've been able to go back out there the day after Christmas, you got to wait till the 27th this year. Now the reason for that, it's basically we have 60 days of a season.
Sure.
We start at January 31st and work our way backwards, you know, and figure out how many days we have to cut out of the middle to meet that federal framework.
I blame it on a leap year. That's what I do.
Well, you know, and it really is all about the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, in the way, you know, weekends fall and things like that. So, but just don't.
Sure.
Most duck hunters are probably aware of that, but I did want to make a little bit of a reminder. Hey, another thing I want to remind duck hunters about while we're talking about duck hunting. We talk a lot about aquatic nuisance species in Arkansas, especially with anglers. There's a new law that you have to pull the drain plug or live well plug on your boat before you leave the boat ramp and transport that boat home or to another lake. Well, that goes for duck hunting too. I mean, if your boat has a drain plug on it, it needs to be pulled. And I want duck hunters to be mindful. You know, our equipment, our decoys with the strings and the weights, our waders, they'll all pick up little what we call aquatic hitchhikers.
Sure.
And so it's really important to be mindful of that, especially, look, if you're hunting the same place every day at a club or camp, not a big deal. But if you're moving around a lot, really, you know, take a hose, rinse those things off.
You never know when you're going to get an invite. Somebody says, hey, man, come on out. We're going here.
Yeah, and you use those decoys, and then you're going, you know, someplace 50, 100 miles away.
Sure.
You don't want to take, you know, maybe a species that is present there that we don't want to get introduced. Man, states like Louisiana and Texas, especially where it's a little warmer, they spend millions of dollars annually trying to eradicate some of these noxious aquatic plants that get established. Prevention.
Sure. Take the 26th. You got the extra day. Double check everything. Clean it before you go back out on the 27th.
But just something, you know, we don't talk about it as much with duck hunting, so I wanted to remind folks of that.
Yeah. What is Christmas? We're in the season of giving too. I want to remind some folks, hey, Modern Gun, it is the giving season if you want to get out during the holidays.
Man, look, kids are out of school, kids are home from college, people are taking time off work, and you might be sitting at home after Christmas and like, man, I really want to get out and do something. And if you're not a duck hunter, don't forget we got our Christmas holiday modern gun deer hunt. So that's the 26th, 27th, and 28th. It's a 3-day modern gun hunt, statewide. So take advantage of that opportunity. One kind of last hurrah with the modern guns for deer hunting, besides the youth hunt, which is coming up January 4th and 5th.
Really excited for that too. So don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but going into 2025, it's likely a lot of hunters out there, you're probably going to get yourself maybe new firearm for Christmas, but a heads up too if you want to go shoot anything in January. Big heads up before you go out to the range.
Big heads up, the Fiocchi Arkansas Game and Fish Commission Shooting Sports Complex. That's our range outside of Mayflower. Going to be undergoing some renovations. Not going to be closed long. It's going to close January 13th. So yeah, if you get a new shotgun, you want to go pattern it, bust some clays with it like Hayden does.
Hey, we had a good old time. I don't know if you saw my Facebook page. We had a great time out there.
That was a lot of fun.
That was awesome. It was great.
You get a pistol or rifle, you want to go sight it in, practice with it. Do so before January 13th.
Yes.
Now, January and February are pretty slow months at our range anyway, so that's why we've picked this time. But I didn't want anybody to be caught off guard, like, hey, you know, wait a couple weeks, go out there and try their new firearm that they got for Christmas. We'll be open, you know, regular hours. Obviously, we're going to be closed on the holidays and stuff. But January 13th, we're allocating about 4 weeks for this project. We're going to make some safety improvements, some little minor things you probably won't notice a lot, but it's going to really increase the safety
out there
at the range. And so may be able to get it done quicker than 4 weeks, but you never know with weather and construction schedules and things like that. So if you get that firearm for Christmas, go ahead and get out there,
Take advantage.
next week
Yes.
or that week before, New Year's, other than New Year's Day, and go out there to the range and practice.
Well, and the schedule's easy to find too. AGFC.com does such a great
Absolutely.
job too, showing the hours, showing the schedule, and everything else. But we're getting closer to
A
Christmas.
lot going on.
I know.
Hayden.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's good to see you, brother. Absolutely. We're going to see you again next week. Of course,
right.
very, very excited. Trey Reid, he's back, y'all. Can't wait till we get to the holidays. Of course, duck hunters, best of luck. Remember those safety precautions. Clean everything. Make sure you're good to go before you get back out there. Can't wait to see you out in the blinds. Of course, Trey Reid, ArkansasGameandFish.com, AGFC.com, THV11.com. We got more details, whatever you need. We'll see you next week.